Magazine! Hi everyone and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey, and here we are in Lake Kingdom. We're just about to get into the action here, and it is a beautiful looking land. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already to keep up to date with our latest walkthrough videos, but here we are just jumping straight into the action, going after some purple coins, and these are the first 3 purple coins in this level. So we're just going to jump up and grab those, and hopefully it won't be too long before we find our first power moon. So here we are. You can see the Odyssey to the right hand side. You can see a kind of a spy point up ahead, and here you can see our first shining clue. So we're just going to ground pound this and grab this moon. So that's 1 moon in the bag, and we're going to take on the rest of Lake Kingdom now. There are lots and lots of moons to find here, so we're just going to pick up some coins and have a little look around to see what we can see in the viewfinder. And as you can see, there are some Broodals in the distance, so clearly we're going to have to go and deal with them. So firstly, just going to have a chat with this lady here, and essentially she says that the Broodals are causing trouble and that their dress has gone missing. So we're going to head in and try and find out what's going on. But firstly, we're going to try and pick up as many power moons as we can. So one of the first is in here. So you just need to track around, pick up all of these notes in sequence, and quickly swim up to complete that, and a power moon will appear on this little island over here. So we're just going to head up and pick that up before carrying on with the game. So now that we've got yet another moon, and you can see the kind of the tally there on the left hand side, which will tell you how many moons we need to be able to complete the next leg of our journey in the Odyssey. And you can see we've got 2 and we need another 6, I think. So we're just going to take over this zip, and you can see a little line on the ground, and here you can open the ground using the zip, which is quite cool. So you just need to be able to point the zip in the right direction, and suddenly the whole thing just opens up and you've got access to a whole new area. So now that we're in here, we can kind of jump back out to see if there's anything that we've missed. So just kind of jump out and have a little spin, have a little look around to see if there's anything else. And you can see there's another ledge over there. There are some coins down there, and there's a few more blocks down to the left hand side. There is also a little platform over here with yet another spinning flower. So we're just going to jump up to here and have a look. You can see there's another one of these crazy silver blocks that we've kind of got no idea about, so we will figure that out at some later date, and kind of every time we find one, just have a little explore to see if we can do anything with it, but we never can. So we're just going to pick up these purple coins, and we are going to head into the rest of the game now. So there's a few more things to do along the way, and you can see there's a little zip down there for us to take over, so we're just going to take over that quickly and unzip that area to reveal yet more purple coins. So we're just going to grab those few purple coins and head back to the surface and head over here to see and pick up the other things that we kind of missed along the way. So we're next going to head through there, but firstly we're just going to head over here and pick up these coins. So just picking up coins is kind of helpful because they'll allow you to spend them later on if you need to, and they'll also help you to keep your health intact. So you kind of lose a few coins every time you lose a life. So if you've got a good supply of coins, it means you've got a good supply of life. So we're just going to pick up the rest of these coins and coin blocks along the way. So there's just a few here. As soon as I can get this jump right. So there we go, that's that done. And we're just going to head down. You can see there's yet another zip to take over, and it's kind of like a little L shape, an upside down L. So we're just going to take that and let it drop, and that gives you a little bit of wall jumping to do. So you can jump up and pick up these purple coins at the top. So that's the purple coins in the bag. We've got the coins mainly picked up around this area, so there doesn't seem to be too much left to do around here. So we're just going to see what this gives us. Just another little batch of coins. So you just flick your cap at any of those little insignias that are on the wall, and you can get a few extra coins, and sometimes a heart comes with it. So we're just going to have a look around to see if there's anything that we've missed. And it really doesn't look like there is a great deal else down here. So we are gonna head into this section here. So we just need to spin this flower behind us, and then we can head up to the next section. But before we go into the main section, we're just going to take out this wooden crate here and see what there is inside, and it's just another batch of coins. So we've got a good healthy amount of coins, so now it's down and into here, and we are going to figure out what goes on in Lake Kingdom. So firstly, you can see we're going to need to do some swimming, and as you drop down you'll come in contact with those air bubbles, which will give you extra life. You need to stay away from those spikes though, so make sure you don't get into those. And you can see behind you there's a few more purple coins to pick up, so we're just going to head in here and grab those and head back out. And there you can see Mario holding his breath like a crazy man. So we're just going to pick up a bit more air along the way, and we're going to head into this little corridor to see what else there is. You can see there's another air bubble there, which is quite useful. You can see also how quickly Mario's health goes down. So there's a way to the left and there's a way to the right. Now we picked up that air bubble, but we don't think there's enough air for us to be able to get past all of these and to do both of the corridors. So we're just going to head on through, pick up this heart over here, and see what's around this corner, and maybe come back and have a look what's back down that corridor a little later. So we're just going to swim above these spikes, and here we get to take over yet another little creature, and this time it's a Cheep Cheep, and we can use the Cheep Cheep to swim without getting any kind of oxygen depletion. And there we go, we've unlocked the underwater entrance, so now we can head back in and not worry about losing any oxygen and ignore these crazy kind of fronds that are coming at you. And we're going to head down this little corridor here to see what else there is. Now, as it turns out, we probably could have made it over here utilizing those air bubbles, but we kind of didn't know that at the time, so it was worth getting the Cheep Cheep. So there we go, we've got yet another power moon. That's treasure in the spiky waterway. So now we don't have the Cheep Cheep, and Mario is losing oxygen fast, so we need to hit one of these bubbles. There we go, to be able to hopefully make it back around. We can't get into any scuffles with these crazy kind of seaweed dudes, so we're just going to have to try and swim past them as quickly as we can and make it back into the underwater area and take over yet another one of the Cheep Cheeps. So here they are, and hopefully we can just spin a cap at one and get in, and suddenly we're fine. So now we've got the main underwater entrance area, and there's lots of things to take on out here. So firstly, you can see there's a few little half moons, so there's about 5 of those to collect, but we're just going to have a little look outside to see what's going on. And you can see there's just as much above the water as there is below the water to do. So we're just going to use the swimming capabilities of the Cheep Cheep, where we can dive with Y and surface with B. So we're just going to head back underwater now, and you can see kind of in the background there, you can see there is another power moon to pick up. So we're just going to grab the coins as well. Avoid the other Cheep Cheep, because when you hit a Cheep Cheep you do lose a life. So there we go, we're just going to pick up that power moon, and then we're going to head back out and pick up the rest of these coins and the heart that is in here. So we're just going to grab these coins quickly. Now you press Y to go back down, and there we go, you can press Y and get in here. Avoid the Cheep Cheep again, and then head back out and pick up the rest of the items. It's relatively easy so long as you take your time, but as soon as you start to try and rush the situation, you could find yourself losing lives quite quickly. So it is worth sort of taking your time. So here you can see the rest of the underwater entrance area, and here we're going to pick up the first of our 5 part moons. So we've got to pick up 5 of these to be able to get the full moon. But before we carry on, we're just going to see what's on the top of this plinth, because there's some kind of glowing thing going on here. So there we go, we just got to get out of the way of the dazed and confused Cheep Cheep, and then we're just going to do a pound. But it turns out it's just a load of coins, so we're just going to grab those coins now, circling around the bottom to pick them up. Although we're going to miss it because we've turned into a Cheep Cheep. Anyway, and there you can see if you hit a Cheep Cheep while you're in a Cheep Cheep, you do lose a life. So avoid them. Stay out of the way of the Cheep Cheeps when you're in Cheep Cheep form. So we are now looking to see what else we can find around here. And you can see there's a big quarry over in the distance there. And you can also see some more of these parts of the moon. So we picked up 2 now, but you can also see that on top of the dory is another full power moon. So we're just going to head over and grab that from the dory back rider. So that gives us a total of 5 moons that we've picked up here. So just heading back out, and we're just going to see what else we can find down below. So we're just going to head down to the bottom of the water here to have a little scout around. And you can see there's these big bubble areas, and we'll go in and explore those in a little second. But we can also see just a few coins here, so we're just going to grab those quickly while we're in the region. You can see some other things in the distance there, so we're going to head in and collect everything in there in a little second, but for now we're just going to head around here and pick up these purple coins. So there's 3 purple coins hidden above here for you to pick up, and once you've grabbed them you can head back under the water to sort of see what else you can find. And there you can see over on the right hand side we can see yet another part of the 5 moons. So we're just going to head in here to see what happens to the Cheep Cheep. And there you can see it can kind of survive on dry land, but as soon as you let go of the Cheep Cheep he will go back to being disappeared, just disappear really. So you can see there's a rock in the way of this door, so we're just going to head back out and head in underneath. Yet ground pounds will not get rid of that rock, and you can't just jump up, so you will need to head back out and swim up to the top entrance where you can go and get the other part of the power moon. So that is 3 of the parts of the power moon picked up. So it's a lot of effort to try and get that power moon, but there's only 2 more to get now, so we're kind of getting a little bit closer along the way. So we're probably going to need to take over a Cheep Cheep to be able to do some more underwater diving. So we're just going to wait for this guy to turn around and take over him, and then we're going to head out and see what else we can see. So swim, swim, swim around, and we're just going to look down here. So you can see underneath this ledge down here yet another one of the power moon parts, so that will take us up to 4 when we can get in there. So there's just 1 more to get, and we are getting closer to picking up yet another power moon. So we're just going to have a look around to see what else there is. So there's some crates over there we can get. We've kind of already picked up loads of coins, so we're just going to get a few more. Might as well while we're in the region. Once we've got those, kind of need to get on and try and find a few more items. So we're just going to surface a little bit closer to the top here to see if we can get in here. Turns out we can't. So then we're going to head over back to the dory area to see what there is over in this area. So there's nothing on that island as such, but if you head around here you can see there are 3 more purple coins for you to pick up. So just sort of dive down with Y to grab those, and you can circle back around. So we've still got 1 of the power moon parts to pick up, but we've got one hell of a lot of the purple coins already, so we've got 22. So we're just going to head inside here to see if the last of the power moon parts is in here. So we're just going to go around here. We'll come back to that kind of P block a little bit later, but for now we're just going to head up here and grab these blocks up here as soon as we can get the jump timed right. So there we go, we're going to pick up some blocks here, so pick up these few blocks and kind of wail on the block with your crazy cap, and then we're just going to jump down here. Now this local is going to tell us that to get in to see the dress, the display where the dress was, we're going to need to dress like a local. Now at the moment we're still in sand form, so we need to head over to the crazy cap area. So we're just going to swim down here and see what there is to pick up. Now, there's a few coins to pick up here, so we're just going to grab these. They spin around, and you can see there's the kind of the tip parrot, and there's a few little sneaky jump areas around here for you to pick up a few extra things. So here you can see there are some coins for you to pick up, so we're just going to grab some more coins, and we have got one hell of a lot of coins in all fairness, so that's good. And you can see there's another one here with a little door, and we have found this lady, so as a result she's going to give us yet another power moon. Fantastic, thank you very much. So that is our secret little room. So there we go. We only need 2 more now to be able to power up the Odyssey. And we're going to pick up a few more than that as a part of this walkthrough video. But if you wanted to, you'd only need 2 more after this to be able to move on to the next kingdom in the game. So we're just going to head back up here and swim back up a level. Actually, we're just seeing a little something down here, so we're just going to spin a cap of that, and it turns out it's a heart, so it doesn't give us a great deal, but something that's worth knowing about. So now we're just going to head back and get this Water Plaza entrance save point, so that we can we're able to fast travel back here if we want to. Now we could go down there if we wanted to, but we're going to leave that for a little bit later. For now, we need to try and finish off all the power moon parts for our starters. So we're just going to take over this fish, and we're just going to swim on out over here to kind of crack through these crates. So we're just going to take those out with Cappy, so it just takes a little bit of swimming. And as you can see inside, we've got some more of these fronds to take on. So just fire your hat at them and that kind of knocks them out. But you can see that they keep growing from the ground. So kind of swim past them, and there's another one coming. And there is the last of the power moon parts. So that gives us a whole power moon. So we're going to head out and get that as soon as we can get past Mr. Seaweed Dude. So just kind of swim past those. Swim, swim, swim. Nice cheeks, Mario. So swim around and grab the next power moon, and that is I think number 7 that we found as of yet. So that's 7 power moons we've managed to pick up. So we're just going to head on into here once again. We kind of need to get an outfit for our starters, so we'll need to head back up to the next level up. But quickly, we're just going to head in and get these 2 blocks here. They're just kind of waiting for us to pick up some more coins, and then once we've done that, just check there's nothing above them. So then we're back out into the main area on this lower area. We kind of want to get into the next area above. So actually, we're just seeing a zip in the distance, so we're just going to go and quickly grab that while we're here. So that will easily open as a square and reveal a little door. Okay, so we'll go and get the outfit in a little bit, but for now we are heading in this door and picking up hopefully what will be another power moon. So we're just going to have a look here to see what there is. There's nothing around that bend, so we just need to open this zip. So as soon as we've taken this zip and opens that area, hopefully that will all drop down and we can make it in. So there we go, we can just jump on in, and you can see you've got loads of Goombas in the distance. You've got some coins over here, you've got a kind of little key lock thing over here, so clearly we can't do anything with that yet, and a ground pound doesn't change anything for it. So just jump carefully over to the middle aisle, take out some of the Goombas that get in your way, and head around to the next zip just around the corner. So there you go, you can take control of the next zip, and then open this area, which is like a big T, and then as soon as you do that, that whole thing will drop down once again, and you can jump on and move around to the next section. So just having a look to see if there's anything out there, and it doesn't look like there is this time. So we're just going to head back and over the T to see if we can get a power moon out of this area. So you can see there's loads more Goombas coming at you, so we're just going to spin those out of the way, and you can see another zip in the distance, so hopefully that'll allow us to get to the next section. So there's a few more coins as well for us to pick up. So just spin these Goombas out of the way and clear the decks, take over this zip, and then you can move to the next section, which is over there in the distance. So we're just going to take over the zip, which is a bit of an upside down L again. Kind of undo that, jump back down there, and you can see there's a little ledge there, so we're going to come back and grab that in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to head over here. Quickly see if there's anything around here. It doesn't look like there's any easy way to get to that section over there, so we might have to come back to that later on in the game when we've got some more powers. So possibly that's a little area for us to look at in a later walkthrough video. Mario's just having a little think about that now. So we're just going to head up and continue along this path to see what we can find. So we're just going to jump up here, And you can see there is more Goombas than you know what to do with. So we're just going to try and take as many of these out as we can to allow us to get the key, which will give us, going crazy, which will give us kind of access to that lock point a little bit further back in this level or this area of the game. So we're just going to head over and get the key, but also taking out these Goombas along the way. So there we go, we got another Goomba chasing us there, and we're just going to grab the key, which unlocks a power moon. Happy days. So we've got another power moon in the distance for us to go back and pick up, but for now we just need to get rid of all of these Goombas. So it's just a case of just hatting them and they will all just eventually fall. So we're just going to take those all out. There's a couple more to get, and then we're just going to open this zip and head back and pick up our power moon. So just head back, take over the zip, take it all the way down, and suddenly those Goombas are all no more. So we're going to now take our steps down here and head back and pick up the power moon that we've managed to unlock. So there's a long old way back, so we're going to head back down, but along the way there are a few more things to get. So you can see this ledge that we found a little bit earlier reveals a big load of coin stacks. So we're just going to grab those to increase our coin count, and then we're just going to head back up here and take out any Goombas that get in the way, or just avoid them, and then we're just going to head back around. Kind of back around this way is the more safe route. So again, just getting past the Goombas, take them out with the hat if they get a little bit too close, and then we can jump over here and pick up this power moon, which is now moved over to this lock area. So don't fall down the ledge, because you will fall to your doom. But once you've got that power moon, you can retrace your steps and exit this main area. And then when you're back outside, you'll find yourself underwater, so we need to get Mario into a little bit of safety before he runs out of all of his breath. So we're just going to head in here to get some air, and there you can see we can get the Water Plaza display window save point, and we can also pick up those purple coins down there. So we're just going to hop on down, jump up to the ledge and shimmy on across to pick up 3 more purple coins, which takes our tally to 25. So that's halfway through the 50 that are in Lake Kingdom. So now you've got those purple coins, we are just going to head over here and head into Crazy Cap to get our outfit. So we will catch you once we have changed. So as you can see, we've changed into the sort of the diving mask, snorkel, the rubber ring, and the lovely stripy bathing suit. Nice one, Mario. So once you've got that, we're just going to head down here to the section below, and we're going to head out and pick up 3 more purple coins, which you can kind of see over here. So we're just going to use Cappy to fire at those blocks, get those blocks out of the way, and we can pick up those 3 coins there. So there you can go. You can see we've got 28 out of the 30 now. So we're just going to have a quick swim up to the surface because we've done most of the things that are down here. So we're going to have a little jump up here and see what else we can find, and it is a little pipe, and you can see that's going to take us into the 2D view. So just going to have a little look around, and you can see that's the path we're going to need to take up to the Broodals up there, but for now we're just going to head into this pipe and pick up what we hope to be yet another power moon. So you can see it's kind of cute. Mario's in his outfit, and you've got these little notes to pick up. So make sure you get all of the ones that are up in the air first, because you only get 1 pass at this. So pick up all the ones in the air first, and then head back and pick up the final 3 to get that power moon. So once you've got that power moon, you can head back outside and continue with the little adventure. And you can see kind of where we need to go next. There's a little ledge down there on the right hand side. You can also see after that we'll have to head up here and take on the Broodals, but there are a few things down there in the distance for us to take out. So we're just going to head on over there and jump on into the ledge that you can see there that we're swimming to, and you can see there's another little power flower to be able to unlock and jump on up. And up here what we want to do is be able to take over the Goombas. Now as soon as you kind of get the courtyard unlocked as a fast travel, you'll kind of see all the Goombas around here. And clearly we're going to need to stack them up to be able to get those blocks on the right hand side. And you can see we can move on over to the left, but we want to get everything around here, so we're just going to try and stack enough of the Goombas up. Kind of looks like we can only find 3 at the moment, so you can see 3 isn't enough to jump up there. We definitely need at least 1 more, so we're just going to take those out. And we saw a little batch of 4 just around the corner there, so we're just going to try and get out of those ones, because they're not the ones that we want. It's the 4 over here that we want. And we thought maybe if you mash them in together, maybe they'll all break down. We've seen that happen before, but it didn't seem to happen this time. So now we've taken over the 4, and we can head over and pick up these blocks. So make sure you don't get hit too many times by the Goombas, because they will take away and sap your lives. But luckily we managed to get a little heart there, which has kind of saved us quite a lot, in all fairness. So there we go, we've managed to get those quite easily, and you can see back down into the area that we've just came from right at the beginning. And you can also see there's a little something in the pool, so we're just going to jump on in, which takes out all of the Goombas that we were in, and see what is inside this pool. But before we do that, we're just going to ground pound this, because it was a bit of a flashing area, so that's kind of annoying that it just happens to be a load of Goombas, which has just sapped our life once again. So now we're going to head back into the pool to see whether or not there's anything else in there. So we're just going to jump on down and look down here, and it is one of the portraits. So we can use this to warp, and it looks like it's going to take us to the Sand Kingdom, which it does. And in here we can pick up one of the Sand Kingdom power moons. So that takes off another one of your tally from Tostarena, which is pretty cool. And then as soon as you do that, you can also do the kind of the quick travel point and the save point, and you can also pick up the rest of these coins that are spinning around. And once you've managed to get all the coins, you can come back through the portrait and come back in this area, and what you can see, which is quite interesting, is that the Goombas have all reset. And what we want to do is take over the 4 Goombas over here to begin with, because they will help us get a little bit higher. So if we can take over the 4 and get these additional Goombas here that are kind of milling around, we should be high enough to be able to get to the purple coins that we saw on the ledge over on the right hand side. So that is a good stack that we've got there now, and hopefully it'll be enough to come around this pool and pick up yet more of the purple coins. There you go, you can see them up on the ledge, and if you just press ZR, you'll jump out and be able to get that little batch of purple coins. So now we're back down in this area, and we can continue on further into the game. So we're just going to take that flower up to this ledge here, and you can see there's another zip for you to undo. So quickly take control of it with Cappy, zip it out, and that will give you another secret ledge to get to. So you just kind of head in, follow the little dancing arrow, get the coins along the way, and when you get to the bottom, what we want to do is come inside and pick up that power moon that we can see. So we just kind of need to head in, take a left, do a little jump, and that gives us that power moon, and we can move on to the next area. So kind of spin back around and come back down the way that you came, and then hopefully next we should be free now to be able to take on the main battle with the Broodals. So we need to just head over here and over to the next island and head back into the main bubble down here, which is just by the dress. So the level up from the dress, if you head into the top, you'll come back into this point where you can press the switch and head up through this little kind of water elevator way. Now before we head up there, we're just going to grab these coins once again just to give us a little batch, because we spent a few of the coins on our outfit and a few other things that we've done. So we're just going to head up here to try to take on the Broodals. So along the way, you can see those are the purple coins that you picked up earlier. You've already got those. just some more coins to grab here, and here you can see the main route into the Broodal section. So there's a few things still to get there. You can see there's some purple coins there, so we're just going to hit that switch, which will bring those down. So now we can grab those coins quite easily. So that's another 3, which gives us 35 out of the 50. And we're just going to head down here to see if there's anything to pick up, but there wasn't. So heading back to the main area, we're just going to have a look around here. We've got some Goombas, we've got a flower switch to be able to do a big jump across that main area. We've got a little zip there, so we're just going to have a look ahead. There's some more Goombas, there's some purple coins, there's a blocked door over there, and there is a zip for us to take on there. So we're just going to jump and take that zip if we can. So we just need to do a bit of a bigger jump to try and get it. So we just need to time this right against the wall, and there we go, we've managed to take out that and pick up another 4 purple coins. So that takes our tally to 39, which is not a bad haul on our first little run through of this area. And actually you can see by jumping up here we've got a few more to pick up. So we're just going to see if there's anything around here that's quite cool. It doesn't look like there's much, so we're just going to head down here, use this spin flower to jump on across to grab these purple coins. So that is another 4 into the bag. So that takes us up to 43, and there is just 7 to go. So now we're just jumping onto this flower, which will take us into, okay, we will jump on this flower as soon as it's open for long enough, into this central area where we've got to fight a number of Goombas. So just going to jump on those quickly, just a few friendly little hops, one last one to get, and then we can spin up on the flower to get to the main area. And here is where we will find yet another save point, Plaza Terrace, and you can see this is where the Broodals boss is. So here we've got the dude, and he throws out his hats, and hats are kind of a big deal in this game, and you can see as soon as his spinning hat gets you, you will lose a life. So you need to get out of the way of that hat, and just lost another life trying to see if Cappy can do any damage directly on him. He can't. So you just got to get out of the way of the hat and try to hit the hat as it is spinning. So we're just going to get out of the way, hit the hat, it turns into a little flower, and suddenly we can jump on that and angle over the dude's head to get in a hit. Drops a few coins, so we're just going to pick some of those up along the way. Get out of the way of the bouncing crazy rabbit. Just keep moving, just keep moving. So then he will be back to doing his attack once again. So he throws out a spinning disc, so you're going to need to jump out of the way of that every now and again. And what you want to do is be able to hit it with Cappy. So as soon as you hit it with Cappy, you can do another pound. Now we actually missed that, so we're going to have to try and get him to do it again. So he throws it out, hit it up with Cappy, jump onto it, spin, make sure the shadow's over him before you drop, and then that gives you 2 hits. So now you've got 2 hits on the crazy Broodal. He's going to do another crazy jump around, and we are going to just circle him to get out of his way. And now he's on his final attack, and there you can see spin in his hat, but we managed to get Cappy out fast enough to be able to get in one last hit and complete it. So that is that Broodal completed, and we picked up yet another power moon. So that takes our tally more than enough to be able to move on to the next kingdom. And that is the end of our first walkthrough in Lake Kingdom, and we'll pick up with part 2 in our next walkthrough. But for now, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully that's allowed you to pick up lots of power moons, and we will catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like, comment and share. Thanks guys, goodbye.